Are you over 60 and find yourself waking up once, twice, or even more times each night to use the bathroom? Did you know that in Japan, older adults have found an almost natural way to avoid this problem? This video is for you. If you're tired of interrupted nights, waking up exhausted, and feeling like you didn't rest at all. Here, we're going to reveal a common mistake almost everyone makes without realizing it, but one the Japanese avoid at all costs. Getting up to urinate during the night isn't just an inconvenience. It can be the beginning of a chain of problems that directly affect your health, memory, energy, and even your independence. Getting deep sleep becomes a luxury when you wake up multiple times a night to go to the bathroom. This phenomenon, known as nocturia, is not simply an inevitable part of aging. In fact, in countries like Japan, older adults have much lower rates of nocturia thanks to simple, effective habits that are part of their daily routine. But why do so many people in our culture continue to struggle with this issue night after night? Recent medical studies show that more than 70% of older adults experience frequent nighttime awakenings due to the need to urinate, and many don't even realize the cause lies in their bedtime routine. This issue doesn't just interrupt your rest, it also increases the risk of nighttime falls, cognitive decline, high blood pressure, and even depressive symptoms. When sleep is repeatedly interrupted, the body fails to reach its deeper stages of rest, especially REM sleep, which is responsible for cellular repair and memory consolidation. One of the most common mistakes older people make is consuming liquids too close to bedtime, thinking the only issue is drinking water late at night. But here's what few people know. Many foods and drinks contain hidden liquids that overload your bladder without you realizing it. Soups, juicy fruits like melon or watermelon, and seemingly relaxing herbal teas like chamomile. All of these can sabotage your rest without being obviously connected to your nighttime problem. What happens is simple. When you consume liquids, even if it's not water, within 3 hours before bed, your kidneys remain active right when your body should be entering recovery mode. This means that while you're trying to sleep, your urinary system is busy at work. The result? A full bladder in the middle of the night and the urgent need to get up. But there's a solution, and it's much easier than you might think. Establishing a liquid curfew is a simple yet powerful Japanese strategy. Stop consuming any type of liquid, including the innocent ones, 3 hours before going to bed. For example, if you sleep at 10 p.m., avoid liquids after 7. This includes soups, juices, moist fruits, tea, coffee, and even ice cream or popsicles. A small water bottle by your bedside can help in case of emergencies or to take essential medications. And the results? Margaret, a 72-year-old woman from Arizona, reduced her nightly bathroom trips from 5 to just 1 within 2 weeks, simply by cutting out a light soup and her nightly chamomile tea. You don't need major sacrifices or expensive medications, just a clear awareness of what goes into your body and when. Your bladder, your sleep, and your health will thank you for it. Another common mistake, quiet but harmful, happens when older adults eat dinner too late or include diuretic foods in their last meal of the day. At first glance, it might seem harmless, even healthy, to eat fresh vegetables at night, like tomatoes or cucumbers. However, these foods stimulate the kidneys and increase urine production right when the body should be slowing down its metabolic activity for rest. According to recent clinical data, 85% of older adults underestimate the impact of dinner timing and composition on their nighttime urinary patterns. The later you eat, especially if the meal is high in sodium or contains diuretic compounds, the greater the burden on your bladder during the first few hours of sleep. And it doesn't stop there. Digesting while lying down slows down your metabolism, increases abdominal pressure, and reduces sleep quality. Some of the most deceptive foods in this regard include celery, asparagus, tomatoes, chocolate, green tea, herbal infusions like parsley, and even fruits such as watermelon and melon. Many of these are seen as natural and healthy, but when eaten late, they become nighttime enemies. The body needs at least 3 to 4 hours to fully digest a meal. So if you eat dinner at 9 p.m. and go to bed at 10, you're not giving your body enough time to properly process it. An inspiring example is Robert, a 68-year-old retiree who had accepted waking up every 2 to 3 hours to urinate as normal. He believed it was just a part of aging, until he realized his nightly salad with fresh tomatoes, cucumber and green tea was sabotaging his sleep. After moving his dinner to 6:30 p.m. and avoiding those foods after 4 p.m., Robert began waking only once per night. And in less than a month, he was sleeping up to 6 hours straight, something he hadn't experienced in years. To apply this strategy in your own life, make 2 simple but powerful changes. 1. Move your dinner to at least 4 hours before bedtime. 2. Create 2 lists. One for sleep-friendly foods like brown rice, lean meats, oats, bananas, or broccoli, and one for nighttime enemies, including all those we just mentioned, plus alcohol. You don't have to eliminate these foods forever, just shift their consumption to earlier in the day. Good sleep is not about luck or age, it's about strategy. Changing your dinner may seem like a small detail, but for your bladder, your brain, and your daily energy, it's a silent revolution that starts on your plate. Now let's talk about a habit many think is helpful, but it's actually one of the most common traps for people over 60, using the bathroom just in case before bed, even when there's no real urge to go. At first, it seems like a smart precaution. However, this simple action may actually be training your bladder the wrong way, reducing its natural capacity and perpetuating the cycle of nighttime awakenings. The human bladder is a highly adaptable muscle, designed to expand and hold between 300 and 500 milliliters of urine. But when you repeatedly empty your bladder before it's truly full, you're sending the wrong signals to your brain. Over time, your body starts feeling the urge to urinate after holding just 100 or 150 milliliters. In other words, you're training your bladder to tolerate less and less, causing you to wake up more often at night, even when there's no physiological need. This was the case for Dorothy, a 74-year-old woman who developed what she called her safety ritual before bed. She would always go to the bathroom just in case, even if she didn't really need to. The result? 2 hours after falling asleep, her body would wake her up with a false sense of urgency. She was stuck in a pattern she had unknowingly created. But everything changed when she began a gentle process of bladder retraining. Bladder retraining means breaking the cycle of going to the bathroom without real need. Dorothy began by applying the true need rule, only using the bathroom before bed if the urge was clear and strong. If she wasn't sure, she would relax for 15 to 20 minutes with soft music or a book, and many times the urgency would fade away. Over time, her bladder regained its original capacity, and she began sleeping 5 to 6 hours straight. The benefits of this change are enormous. Not only do you reduce nocturia, but you also improve your relationship with your own body. Anxiety decreases, sleep becomes deeper, and you regain the sense of control you thought you had lost. Many people even report a renewed sense of freedom, no longer feeling like a prisoner of their bladder. To apply this technique at home, start by being honest with yourself. Do you truly need to go, or is it just habit? If there's no real urgency, distract yourself with a calming activity. And if you have a history of incontinence or take diuretics, talk to your doctor about the best protocol for your situation. Even those with limited mobility can adapt this strategy by keeping a bedside urinal nearby. But remember, don't use it as a precaution. Only use it if truly necessary. Nighttime control begins with how you train your bladder during the day, and at any age, you can relearn how to trust your body. A surprising but extremely common cause of nocturia in older adults is the position in which they sleep and the type of pillow they use. It may seem irrelevant at first, but the way your body rests at night has a direct effect on bladder pressure and fluid distribution throughout your body. And this is where the Japanese, known for their postural wisdom, have an advantage. Sleeping on your stomach or in positions that compress the abdomen can put pressure on the bladder, triggering a false sense of fullness during the night. On top of that, when you use the wrong type of pillow, too high, too low, or poorly positioned, it can impair blood circulation, especially in the legs. This causes fluids that were retained during the day to return to the urinary system just when your body should be at rest, increasing nighttime urine production. The science behind this is fascinating. During deep sleep, the body naturally lowers its temperature and redistributes fluids. If you sleep in a poor position, these processes are disrupted, resulting in urgent signals that wake you up for no real reason. On the other hand, sleeping on your side, especially the left side, with a pillow between your legs and another that keeps your neck in a neutral position, helps keep the bladder free of pressure and allows the lymphatic system to work more efficiently. Frank, a 71-year-old former soldier, had slept on his stomach his whole life because it felt more comfortable. But he was also waking up 3 times a night to go to the bathroom. After gradually changing his sleep position to lie on his side with proper support, he noticed that within just 2 weeks, he reduced his nighttime awakenings to only once. After a month, he even experienced some nights with no interruptions at all. As a bonus, he also reduced back pain and snoring. Applying this strategy doesn't require buying a new bed or investing in fancy technology. All you need to do is adapt your sleeping environment. Use a medium firm pillow between your knees, another under your head to keep your neck aligned, and if necessary, a third pillow behind your back to prevent rolling over. If you've always slept on your stomach, don't force a sudden change. Start by leaning onto your side with support until your body gradually adopts the new position naturally. Sleeping well isn't just about closing your eyes. It's about allowing your body to assume a position that promotes internal balance. And sometimes it all begins with placing a pillow in the right spot. Few people suspect it, but one of the most underestimated and powerful factors affecting nighttime urination is your bedroom temperature and the sleepwear you choose. This detail, which many dismiss as a matter of personal preference, actually has a direct impact on your hormones, blood circulation, and nighttime urine production. The Japanese know this well, which is why their sleeping environments are cool, clean, and minimalist. During sleep, the body naturally lowers its internal temperature by 1 to 2 degrees Celsius. This physiological change triggers the release of vasopressin, a hormone that helps concentrate urine and reduce its volume overnight. But if you sleep in a warm room, wearing thick pajamas or synthetic fabrics that don't breathe well, this thermal regulation gets disrupted. The result: your body enters a mild state of thermal stress, leading to increased urine production right when you should be resting peacefully. That was the case for Eleanor, a 69-year-old retired teacher living in Miami. She used to sleep with the air conditioning off and wore flannel pajamas, even in Florida's heat. She would wake up 4 to 5 times a night without understanding why. After adjusting her environment, installing a quiet air conditioner, and switching to lightweight cotton pajamas, her nighttime urination frequency dropped drastically. Within a month, she was enjoying full nights of uninterrupted sleep. The benefits of sleeping at the right temperature go beyond bladder health. You improve the quality of your REM sleep, regulate your hormones better, reduce snoring, lower your blood pressure, and wake up with more energy. You might also notice less night sweating, fewer hot flashes, especially during menopause, and a deeper overall sense of rest. To apply this improvement, keep your room between 18 and 20 degree, 64 to 68 degree overnight. You can achieve this with natural ventilation, an air conditioner, or a quiet fan. Wear pajamas made of cotton, linen, or bamboo, never synthetic or heavy fabrics, and go for light layers that you can easily remove if you get warm. Your bed sheets also matter. Choose breathable materials that allow airflow rather than trap heat. Sometimes, the secret to better sleep isn't in what you eat or drink, but in what you wear and breathe while you sleep. Creating the right thermal environment can be your first step toward calmer nights and more energized mornings. After analyzing dietary, postural, thermal, and behavioral habits, there's still one nighttime mistake many older adults overlook, yet it could be completely ruining their rest: poor stress and anxiety management before bed. Believe it or not, your emotional state has a direct effect on urine production and sleep quality, and this is where the Japanese stand out. Their culture incorporates evening relaxation rituals as part of their wellness routine, and that changes everything. When you experience anxiety before going to bed, your sympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for fight or flight responses, stays alert. This raises your heart rate, tightens your muscles, and, among other effects, makes your bladder more sensitive. The result? You wake up feeling an urgent need to urinate, even if there's no significant fluid buildup. It's as if your body is preparing for an emergency that never comes, and that slowly wears down your entire system. Cortisol, the main stress hormone, also interferes with the production of melatonin and vasopressin. Less melatonin means lighter, less restorative sleep. Less vasopressin means more urine. It's that simple. The human body is like a hormonal orchestra, and stress throws off the melody that allows you to sleep deeply. Fortunately, you can restore balance without medications or expensive therapies by adopting simple, natural, and consistent relaxation routines. Yuki, a 66-year-old man from Japan, shared his nightly practice. Every evening at 8:30 p.m., he turns off all electronics, does slow stretches, takes a warm bath, and breathes deeply for 5 minutes in silence. That short 30-minute routine helped him reduce his nighttime bathroom visits from 3 to just 1, without changing his diet or environment. His secret: calming the mind so the body could function properly during sleep. You can build a simple bedtime routine too. Start by disconnecting from screens at least 1 hour before going to bed. Avoid stressful conversations or strong stimuli. Try breathing exercises, gentle reading, or soft music. If you enjoy herbal teas, have them before 6 p.m. so you don't fall into the trap of late-night fluids. The key is to gently teach your body it's time to disconnect without forcing it. Your health doesn't depend only on what you eat or do during the day. It also depends on how you end your day. Nighttime stress throws your entire system off balance, but with attention and care, you can bring harmony back to your nights. Sometimes, better sleep starts with learning to let go. As you've seen, avoiding nighttime bathroom trips isn't about luck or just another unavoidable part of aging. It's a real and achievable opportunity to reconnect with your body and give it what it needs to rest deeply and heal every night. Small adjustments in what you eat, how you sleep, what you wear, and even how you manage your emotions can have a profound impact on your quality of life. The good news? It's all in your hands. You don't need expensive medications or invasive treatments. All you need is the decision to make a few simple daily changes. And the best part, you don't have to wait months to see results. Many people notice improvements in the very first week. Sleeping better doesn't just give you more energy. It restores your clarity, your confidence, and the joy of living with vitality. If this information was helpful, click like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone who also needs better rest. You might not only transform your own nights, but also the nights of someone you love. And before you go, tell me in the comments, how many times do you wake up at night? I'd love to read your story and help you improve your routine. Remember, it's never too late to live better.